Hi again. Today I am shooting with the Voigtlander 40mm f1.2 lens. I've been waiting for a while for this. Really looking forward to shooting this. Now, to get this out of the way, because I'm not doing a review on this lens. The only one that can do a review on this lens is you, for you. My opinions are for me. I look for specific things that I like that you may hate. No one can do a definitive review on a lens for you, but you. I get questions like, well, you said you like it, and what about the micro contrast? What about the color rendition? Well, what kind of monitor are you using? What do you calibrate it with? Are you using it on Instagram, or are you printing? Are you printing on bubble jet? Are you printing silver height? There's so many factors, so many things that we differ from. My likes on a lens are going to be totally different than yours. I can only say, hey, this worked for me, and here are some images. But don't look for color. You're looking at this on YouTube. Don't look for micro contrast. Again, you're looking at this on YouTube. Sharpness. There's different types of sharpness. What kind do you look for? Are you a clinical sharpness? Do you want that glow, like a Leica glow when you're wide open at 1.2? Or do you want it clinically sharpened all through? Everybody has a different taste with lenses. It is a very personal thing. So don't look for me to give you a review on a lens that's going to be perfect for you. I can't do it. No one can. If you take any lens that you're looking for and you go to 10 reviewers on YouTube, you're going to get 5 opinions that say, oh, that lens is not sharp. Oh, that lens is the sharpest I've ever seen. Oh, that lens focuses really quickly. Oh, that lens doesn't focus at all. The 56 1.2, some of the most beautiful images I've ever seen on the X-Trans sensor were taken with that lens. But it doesn't work for me. I personally don't like it when I use it for my taste in rendering. I love other people's images with it. They do a great job with it. But for me, it's not what I'm looking for. It's not great for me. I may have had 2 bad copies. I may grab another one just in case. It's unlikely. But, a year lens was made. There's so many different factors. So don't come here looking for a review or for me to tell you, yes, this is the perfect lens, because I can't do that for you. Buy a lens from a reputable company that you can return. Try the lens. If it works, keep it. If it doesn't, return it. Or if you can't do that, rent the lens. Spend the $100, rent the lens for a few days, and try it and see if it's your taste. That's the only way to review a lens, is when you do it yourself. There's no one that's going to match what you're looking for in a lens on a single review. And especially with an hour or 2 hours or a week, you've got to use the lens. You've got to see how it is for you personally. Anyway, I'm going to shoot with the 40 today. It's a 60 on here, which I think is the absolute perfect for me. That's on the X Pro 3. I'm hoping it matches to the sensor great. I want that gorgeous glow at 1.2, like if I had a mist filter on here. But when I stop down f2, I want clinical sharpness. I'm really looking forward to see how it does. I want to see if this lens is everything that I've been looking for, and I hope it is. I love Voigtlander glass, and I'm hoping this is a keeper. So I'll do some shooting now and let you watch and throw up some images, and we'll go from there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Model's name today is Grace, and Grace is probably the absolute worst person to pick for a manual focus lens, for the manual focus lens test for me, because she can't stop moving. And this is her being very calm, believe it or not, but she just never stops. So using a manual focus lens on her is a huge challenge, but a challenge I wanted to take. The only way you're going to get better with these lenses is by pushing yourself and shooting somebody like this, because she can't sit still for more than 2 seconds. And when she thinks you have the shot, she's moving again.
it's a lot worse. These are daylight shots, and it's a lot worse because, you know, the camera's relatively quiet, and we had music going pretty loud, so she couldn't even hear when I took the photo. So she just kept going and going. I shot all these at 1.2 because I really wanted to push the lens at 1.2. I wanted to see with the natural light. And this isn't the best natural light again because I have that window that has that film over it, that Blu-ray blocking film. But we did get outside for a little bit, which those shots are coming up. But this was a lot of fun. This I used natural light, but there's a backlight behind it. And this I pushed a little extra light on it, that last shot. So this one is natural light up front, and I just wanted to throw a light behind with a gel on it, somewhat to match her outfit. So it is natural light on her face, and I'm just using the flash behind her to change the color of the backdrop to give it that, I don't know what color it is, pinkish kind of look. It kind of matched her dress pretty well, though, shirt, dress, whatever it was. But the shot's coming up. I just threw one of those in here to give you an idea of what it looks like. But I was loving the lens. Now this is us outside the studio going right before we went down in the elevator, and I did a quick video with the lens on the X Pro 3. As you can see, it's going to go in and out of focus a little bit because, you know, it's a manual focus lens and I'm horrible at video. So, but they were the two shots from outdoors. And then we went back in the studio, and now I took the lens down to f4. It was in between f4 and 5.6 because I really wanted to see how the lens renders, you know, with that kind of aperture. And I was just using one beauty dish on these lights. That's it. And then I added a backlight because I was getting a little bit. Her hair was disappearing a little bit. I know it looks really bright in there, but I took it way down so, you know, her face would just be illuminated by the flash itself. And the one up front is a Profoto D1, and the rear flash is just a speed light in a small softbox. But these are the shots with the f4 to f5.6. I think the last two were 5.6 for the close-ups. But really happy with the lens.